Welcome back. Well, brand new details coming in this morning on what President Trump plans to do with those brought here illegally as children. And unless Congress takes some action, the president is now expected to end the Dreamer program, DACA. Here to react, Florida GOP Congressman and House Oversight and Government Reform Committee member Ron DeSantis. Congressman, good to have you with us.
Good morning.
So we're expected to hear more about this by tomorrow on Tuesday. You're really focused on the legal angle. You say when it comes to restoring law and order in this country, DACA has got to end. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting. Remember, there was a move to do an amnesty legislatively in the Congress several years ago, and it failed. And President Obama responded to that by basically doing it through an executive memo. And there's a lot of focus on deportation, but really what the memo did was confer positive legal benefits, work permits, Social Security numbers. And under our law, those could only be done by statute. They can't be done by executive fiat. So it was really an end run around the Constitution. And just imagine, Abby, you had the failure of Obamacare repeal and replace in the Senate. Could President Trump then just say, I'm going to issue a memo to repeal and replace it? If we do tax reform and don't get that through the Senate, can you just do a memo to cut taxes? That's not the way the system works. And so I think the president's oath of office really requires him to stop issuing new work permits and Social Security numbers if they're not codified into law.
Yes, you've got the legal side of this. You also have the emotional side, and this could very well be punted in your hands over to Congress. And we've heard from both sides of the aisle coming together on this. Nancy Pelosi, also Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, saying he's actually with her on this, that this is an emotional issue. You can't just do away with these children. What do you think is going to happen if it ends up coming to Congress to handle?
Well, here's the deal. We ran on a certain set of priorities for the American people. The president ran on it. And if you look so far, the cupboard has really been bare. Promised to repeal and replace Obamacare. Haven't seen that done. Said we were going to tackle spending and debt. Haven't seen that done. Said we were going to do things like welfare reform. Haven't seen that. Said we were going to reform taxes. Haven't seen that. Said we were going to drain the swamp. Haven't seen that. So we have all these promises that are unfulfilled, that I think moving on to something that's controversial that a lot of Republicans didn't run on, I think that would be a mistake. I think we've got to do what the American people sent us here to do, and that's got to be the first order of business.
Yeah, well, the midterms, as you know, are right around the corner, and this, for many of their base, immigration and cracking down on law and order is a huge one for them. So it will be very interesting to see how all of this plays out. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Congressman DeSantis, great to have you on with us this morning. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.